Hello mga kawawmat. In this video lesson, we will discuss applying currency conversion in solving real-life problems. So first, let's have this activity. So what you're going to do, huhulaan nyo kung anong bansa, kung saang bansa matatagpuan yung pictures na binigay under wonders and landmarks. And right after that, aalamin natin kung ma-identify natin, if you're going to identify the name of the country, we're going to identify also their official currency. Okay, for the first one, so meron tayong Mount Fuji. So parang alam na alam nyo na. Kyoto Temples and Tokyo Disneyland since sa pictures meron na kayong hint. So saan kayang bansa ito matatagpuan? Okay, so makikita ito sa Japan. So what is the official currency ng Japan? Anong tawag natin sa kanila? It's Japanese yen. So ito yung symbol natin. So as of August 6, so in our discussion in this video lesson, no, gagamitin natin yung palitan or the exchange rate ng currency as of August 6 kasi everyday nagbabago yung palitan ng pera. So for this video lesson, for this discussion, ito yung gagamitin natin. No? For 1 Japanese yen, that is equal to 0.3853 in pesos. Next, Great Wall of China. Okay, we have the Shanghai and Forbidden City. So, meron ka ring clue dyan, no? Sikat na sikat yung Great Wall of China. So, itong tatlong ito ay matatagpuan sa China. So, ano yung pera ng China? What is the official currency ng China? That is Chinese yuan. Okay? Or ito rin, no? Ito rin yung symbol nila. So, one Chinese yuan is equal to 9 pesos and 0.334 centavos. Okay, next. Eiffel Tower, Palace of Versailles, and Louvre Museum. So, saan matatagpuan yan? Okay, so meron ka ng hint, no? Yung Eiffel Tower. So, that is in France. Okay, ano yung official currency ng France? So that is euro. Okay, so ito yung symbol ng euro. So 1 euro is equal to 70 pesos and 15.08 centavos. Next, Venice Canals, Colosseum, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So saan sila matatagpuan? That is okay, in Italy. So, ano yung official currency ng Italy? That is euro din. No? Kasi yung kanina sa France, same din sila. So, 1 euro is equal to 70.1508 pesos. How about this one? Statue of Liberty, Yellowstone National Park, and Grand Canyons. So, yung Statue of Liberty, malas natin makikita sa mga pelikula, right? So, nababanggit din siya sa libro. So, saan sila? That is on United States. So, ano yung pera ng United States? Of course, alam na alam dapat natin yan. That is a US dollar. So, ito yung symbol ng dollar. So, 1 US dollar as of August 6, okay, 60 pesos, 0.7570, no? Sobrang laki na nung value. Pero sa atin, of course, bumababa yung ano natin, yung value ng peso natin. Kaya tumataas yung inflation. Next, okay, meron tayong Banff National Park, the Niagara Falls, and the CN Tower. So, saan sila matatagpuan? Sa Canada. Okay, so sa Canada, no, matatagpuan sila sa Canada. And then, anong pera? No? Anong pera? Name ng official currency ng Canada, that is Canadian dollar. So ito rin ang symbol, but magkaiba kasi yung US dollar sa Canadian dollar. So tingnan nyo ang value, magkaiba. So ang 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 43 pesos 0.2807. Next, okay, meron tayong Christ the Redeemer. So Iguazu Falls, Amazon rainforest. So, saan yan matatagpuan? Okay, so matatagpuan sila sa Brazil. So, sa Brazil. So, ano yung pera ng Brazil? Brazilian real, okay? Or ito yung symbol. May R tapos para siyang dollars, no? So, yung 1 Brazilian real is equal to 11 pesos point 8676. Next, Buenos Aires, Perito Moreno Glacier, and Patagonia. So, saan sila matatagpuan? That is on Argentina. Okay, so sa Argentina. So, ano yung pera ng Argentina? Argentine peso. Okay, pero the symbol is like this now, dollar. So the Argentine peso is equal to 0.0406. Next, meron tayong pyramids of Giza, the Nile River, and Luxor. So saan sila matatagpuan? Of course, dito pa lang oh, makikita mo na yung pyramids. So alam natin kung saan sila. That is on Egypt. So sa Egypt, ano yung pera ng Egypt class? Egyptian pound. So ito naman yung symbol ng pound. Egyptian pound. So yung 1 Egyptian pound is equal to 1 peso point 2183. Okay, so kung nagwa-wonder kayo kung ano yung discussion natin today, it's all about currency conversion no, sa iba't ibang bansa. Okay. So pag sinabi natin currency, it's a system of money used in a particular country. So kanina nga, nakita niyo yung iba't ibang pera ng bawat bansa. So may tayong US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, at iba pa. So meron tayong tinatawag na exchange rate. So the exchange rate is the value of one currency in terms of another. So every day no nagbabago no yung palitan. So nagbabago yung palitan ng pera. So kaya nga dito nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina for this discussion is as of August 6 no na exchange rate. So for example, yung 1 US dollar is equal to 0.19 euro. So pwedeng palit yan, no, the next day. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Yung isang US dollar can be exchanged for 0.90 euro. Next, meron tayong tinatawag na foreign exchange. So, or forex, the market where currencies are traded. So, the exchange rate is determined here. So, ibig sabihin, um, yung about Forex, the currencies are bought and sold in the Forex market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week around the world. So yung base currency, kung makikita natin, meron tayong mamaya, no, ipapakita ko. So the market where currencies are traded, the exchange rate is determined here. So I think hindi ko napalitan yung definition ng ano. So wait for a Okay, so again for the base currency, that is it is the first currency listed. So, for example, na dito. So, meron tayong makikita USD. So, yan yung base currency. So, the USD is the base currency and the code currency is the second one, yung AUR. Yun naman yung code or tinatawag rin natin na second encounter currency. So, that's it. Yun yung mga terminologies na dapat familiar kayo. Okay, so for this discussion again, so babalikan lang natin. So gagamitin natin itong conversion, okay? Currency conversion as of August 6 for say 1 US dollars that is 60 pesos 0.7570, 1 euro that is 70.1508, 1 Japanese yen 0.3853, 1 Chinese yuan is 9.0334, 1 Australian dollar, we have 42.8486. 1 South Korean won, 0.0448. 1 British pound, we have 81.4525. United Arab Emirates dirham is equal to 16.5523. And 1 Thai baht, or in Thailand, is 1.8104. Okay, so for problem number one, a grade 11 student from Manila saved 45,000 yen for meals. transportation, and souvenirs during an educational tour in Japan. So how much is this amount in Philippine peso? So madali lang naman. So may given na 45,000 yen. So ang 1 Japanese yen is 0.3853, no? So what is the formula? So this is the general formula, no? The exchange rate and then the amount of the given amount. Okay, so 45,000 multiplied to the exchange rate value with 0.3853. So that is 17,338 pesos and 50 centavos. So ibig sabihin, yung 45,000 yen, katumbas siya sa in peso na 17,338 peso and 50 centavos. So yun yung katumbas ng peso sa Japanese yen. And problem number two, a student from Quezon City orders a scientific calculator worth $129.99. So from an American online store, so US dollar to. So the shipping fee is $18.50. So how much is the total cost in the Philippine pesos? So since online, no, international siya order ng scientific calculator galing pa sa US. So, ang worth ng calculator from US dollars, 129.99 US dollars. So, may kas additional na shipping fee na $18.50 and yung exchange rate natin, yung 1 US dollar is 60.7570. So, gagawin lang natin, we simply multiply no, yung exchange rate at yung katumbas na value. Okay? So, we will compute. First is, add lang natin lahat kasi para ma-identify natin kung ilan lahat. So, yung 129 plus 18.50 in dollars yan, that is 148.49 US dollars. So, itong yung 148.49 US dollar, ito yung price ng calculator at yung shipping fee. Okay, ito na yon. Ngayon, i-convert natin itong 148.49 US dollar in pesos. So, 148.49 times, ito yung exchange rate natin, 60.7570. The answer is 9,021.81. No, pag ni-round off natin ito to decimal places. So, the total cost is approximately 9,021 pesos and 81 centavos. So medyo mahal yung scientific calculator na binili niya, no? Anong klaseng scientific calculator? Baka graphing calculator siya. Kasi umabot ng 9,000. Next, problem number three. A Filipino family rents a vehicle while visiting France. The company charges 0.35 euro per kilometer. If the family travels 240 kilometers, how much will the transportation cost be in Philippine pesos? So the distance is 240 kilometers and the rate is 0.35 euro per kilometer. So the exchange rate ng isang euro, okay, ay 70.1508. So the first one, we will use this formula. So para makuha natin yung total cost, we multiply distance times the rate in euro and times the exchange rate para makuha natin. So let's start. First, calculate the cost in euro. So we have, ilan lahat yon? Okay, so ilan lahat? 240 kilometers, no? So 240 kilometers times 0.35 euro is equal to 84 euros. So itong 84 euros na to, i-convert natin into pesos. So the answer is 84 times 70.1508 is equal to 5,892.67. No, approximately the family will spend approximately 5,892 pesos and 67 centavos. Another problem, five Filipino learners join a cultural exchange program in China. Each learner needs 368 Chinese yuan. Okay. So next is for entrance fees and local transportation. So how much should the group prepare in Philippine pesos? So ilang learners, lima sila. The cost per learner is 368 Chinese yuan. So the exchange rate ng Chinese yuan in peso is 9.0334. So we will use this formula for the total amount in pesos. So the number of learners times the cost per learner. So kailangan natin ma-convert muna in peso. So yun muna unahin natin, no? We will calculate the total cost in Chinese yuan since limang learners times 368. So ilan lahat yun? 1,840 Chinese yuan. So i-convert natin, okay, into Philippine pesos. So 1,840 times 9.0334 is equal to 16,621.15. Okay, so yan lang, no? In pesos, no? Sa limang estudyante na yan, no? So yeah, the group should prepare approximately 16,621.46 pesos. Next problem. An OFW in Australia sends Australian dollar 650 to their family in Pangasinan using the given exchange rate. So nakalagay dito yung 1 Australian dollar is 42.8486. How much will the family receive in Philippine pesos if no fees are deducted? So una, so the remittance is 650. Ito yung total na 650 Australian dollars and the exchange rate is 42.8486 pesos. So the formula, the remittance times the exchange rate. Okay, so magkano lahat ng remittance? 650 Australian dollars times 42.8486 is equals to 27,851.59. So the family will receive 27,851.59 pesos. Next, a travel agency in Manila offers a Japan tour package for 28,000. A Japanese website offers a similar package for 70,000 yen, but a 2.5% international transaction fee will be added. So which package is less expensive and how much will the traveler save? Okay, so tingnan natin, no? So first, ang kailangan natin malaman natin yung equivalent ng 70,000. Okay? And another 2.5% international transaction to be added. So convert natin yung Japanese package first. Yung 70,000 times yung 1 Japanese yen ay 0.3853, that is 26,971 pesos. And then we will calculate the transaction fee. So 26,971 multiply to 0.025. So saan ang galing yung 0.0025? No, 0.025, dyan yan sa 2.5%. So, yung 26,000, pag kinompute natin, minultiply natin sa 0.025, that is 674.275 pesos. So, idadagdag natin to doon sa 26,000. So, we will calculate the cost. 26,971 plus 674.275 is equal to 27,645.28. So, if we're going to compare, okay, so kung sa Manila siya bumili ng ah ah kung sa Manila siya kumuha ng package or tour package pa Japan that is worth for 28,000. Pero kapag sa online, okay, sa Japanese website, ang total niya ay 27,645.28. So kapag kinumpare natin, so magkano ang masisave niya? 354.73. So ibig sabihin, mas mas mababa no ng konti sa online or sa Japanese website kesa dun sa offer sa isang travel agency na nasa Manila. Kasi makakatipid siya ng approximately 354.73 pesos. Okay, malaking bagay na yan, no? Kasi mamaya, no, sasakay ka pa ng Grab or mag-hire ka ng sasakyan papuntang, ah, halimbawa sa NAIA, no, sa airport. So, meron ka ng pambayad. Okay, so kahit paano medyo mas mababa yung offer na nasa Japanese website. Next, an OFW in the United States sends the remittance company did $900 to their family in Manila. The remittance company deducts $12 or US dollars service fee. It also uses an exchange rate that is 1.5% lower than the given rate of 60.7570 per dollar. How much will the family receive? So medyo mahaba-haba, no? Una, kunin muna natin yung halaga ng $900 in peso or pwede natin pagsamahin ng service fee. So, pag kasi 900 minus 12, the remittance company deducts $12,000 service fee. So, ang makukuha na lang ng pamilya ay 888 US dollars. So, calculate natin. So, 60.7570 times 0.015. So, that will be the deduction, no? Calculate the reduction in the exchange rate. Next, calculate the adjusted exchange rate. So, 60.7570 minus, okay, ito, saan nakuha yung 0.015? Ito yan, class, sa 1.5%. Mas mababa yung offer doon sa binigay na exchange rate. Kasi nakalagay dito, that is 1.5% lower. So, kukunin natin yung 1.5% ng 60.757. So, ibig sabihin, ang conversion ng kukunin natin o gagamitin natin is hindi yung 60 pesos, kundi minus pa natin 60,750 minus 0.911,355 is equal to 59.85. So, ibig sabihin, this will be the difference, no? Okay, so if we're going to use that 60, no? 60.750 minus 0 is 59.8485. Next, convert the remaining dollars. So we have 888. Yan na lang ang matitira kasi no kasi binawasan ng 12 yung 900 times 59.84 or 5645. The answer is 53,142.93. So the family will receive approximately 53,142.93. Next, a laptop accessory cost 18,000 at a store in Manila. An American online store sells the same item for $215 with a shipping fee of $35,000. An additional import chains equal to 12% of the converted price and shipping fee is collected. Which option is cheaper? Okay? So additional, which option, ang tinatanong dito, no, it's converted price and shipping fees collected. Which option is cheaper? So first, we will calculate the online cost in dollars. So 215 plus 35, that's 250 US dollar lahat. So we will convert the 250 US dollar in peso. So 250 times 60.750 is 15,000. San 189.25 pesos. Next, calculate the import charge. So may charge na 12%. So yung 15,189.25 times 0.12, that's the 12%. So 1,822.71. So calculate the total online cost. So meron na lang tayong 250,000 US dollar minus, okay. Okay, calculate the online cost. So that's 15,189.25 plus, ito naman yung import charge na 1,822.71. So kapag inad lang natin yan, the total is 17,011.96. So calculate the savings. So 18,000 minus 17,011.96. So the answer is 988.04. So the American online store is cheaper by 988.04. Next, a Filipino travel vlogger plans to visit Japan, China, and Australia. The following amounts are budgeted. Japan, 25,000 yen. China yuan, 1,600. Australian dollars, 320. So the total peso budget is 40,000. It's like the budget super, is the budget sufficient? Determine the remaining amount of shortage. So una, kunin natin sa Japan is that's 25 yen. Okay? 25,000 yen. So multiply lang natin sa exchange rate na 0.3853. So the answer is 9,632.15 pesos. Sa China naman, 1,600 Chinese yuan, so times 9.0334, that is 14,453.44. Next, for Australia, 320 times 42.846 is equal to 13,711.552 pesos. So, calculate the total. So, add natin 9,632.5 plus 14,453.44 plus 13,711.552. So, add lang natin. Total is 37,797.49. So, yan lahat, no? From Japan, China to Australia. Okay, next. But the total peso budget is 40,000. So, may matitira ba? Siyempre, meron. Kasi 37,000 lang. So 40,000 minus 37,797.49. So meron siyang matitira sa budget na 2,202.51. So the 40,000 budget is sufficient. The travel will have approximately 2,200.51. Okay, so the 40,000 budget is sufficient. The traveler will have approximately 2,202.51 remaining. And it's the last problem. A group of senior high school students from Manila is planning an educational tour in South Korea. Their itinerary has the following mount distances. Hotel to Historical Palace, 4.8 centimeters. Historical Palace to Science Museum, 3.6 centimeters. Science Museum back to the hotel is 5.2 centimeters. So the map scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 25 kilometers. So, you're going to we're going to answer the following. The tour bus charged 120, okay, Korean won, okay, South Korean won per kilometers. So the group must also pay Korean won 18,000 in the combine of, okay. The learners have a budget of 3,000. So ang question, what is the total actual distance traveled? Next, what is the total cost in South Korean won? Is the 3,000 budget sufficient? How many hours will be in? How many? No, how much money will remain or be locking. Okay, so first, may mga given tayo. The map distances is 4.8 centimeters, 3.6 centimeters, and 5.2 centimeters. The transportation rate is 120 kilometers or 120 Korean won per kilometers. The entrance fees is 18,000. The exchange rate is 0.0427 and the budget is 3,000. So, isa-isahin natin. First, we will calculate the total map. So, 4.8 plus 3.6 plus 5.2. So, isang buo. Okay, that's 13.6 centimeters. Step 2, calculate the actual distance. So, 13.6 times 25. So, saan galing yung 25? Okay, kasi yung centimeters pala, no? Yung 1 centimeter, okay, sa mapa, ang 1 centimeter sa actual distance, 25 kilometers siya. So, 13.6 times 25, that is 340 kilometers. So, calculate the transportation cost. So, we have travel na 340 kilometers times, okay, 120. So, that is for 40,800. Next. Add the entrance fees. So, 40,800 plus 18,000. Oh, magkano lahat? 58,800 Korean won. So, convert the total cost in Philippine pesos. So, 58,800 times 0.0427 is 2,510.76. So, calculate the remaining budget. So, 3,000 minus 2,510.76. So, may matitira na 489.24. Magkano yung budget na binigay sa kanya? 3,000. So, the total actual distance is 340 kilometers. The total cost of Korean won, 58,000, equivalent to 2,510. The 3,000 budget is sufficient. Sufficient with 489.24 remaining. Okay. So, meron pang isa, no? A group of grade 11 learners, i-summarize lang natin plain sagot natin. Yes. The total actual distance is 340 kilometers. The total cost is 58,800 Korean won, equivalent to 2,510.76 pesos. So the 3,000 budget is sufficient with 489.24 remaining. So last problem, a group of grade 11 learners from Manila is planning an educational trip in New Zealand. So New Zealand, no? Dream country ko to. On their travel map, the distance from their accommodation is in Auckland to cultural destination measures is 12.6 centimeters. So 1 centimeter is equal to 18 kilometer in the actual distance. So a transportation company charge a fixed booking fee of New Zealand 35 plus 0.42 New Zealand dollar per kilometer. So we will answer the following. What is the actual distance of the trip? What is the total transportation cost in New Zealand dollars? So how much is the transportation cost in the Philippines? In the Philippine pesos. So the exchange rate of one New Zealand dollar is 42.8486. Okay, so what are the givens? So the map distance is 12.6 centimeters. So times 18 lang to, no? Map scales 1 centimeter is 18 kilometer. The booking fee is 35 New Zealand dollars. So ang rate natin is 0.42 New Zealand dollars per kilometer. So the exchange rate is 42.8486. After that, what is the formula? So the formula is the actual distance, map distance times scale. Ang transportation cost, the fixed fee plus the distance times rate per kilometer. And yung cost. Okay, yung solution natin, una, calculate the actual distance. So 12.6 times 18, so 226.8 kilometers. Medyo malayo, no? Calculate the distance charge. So, 126.8 times 0.42. Ito yung rate, no? is equal to 95.256. Then add the fixed bookings fee. So 95.256 plus 35 is equal to 130.256 New Zealand dollar. So next, convert the cost of Philippine pesos. So walang lumabas. So ano sagot? So 130.256 times kasi in peso, no? So ito yung mga 35.7835. Okay, convert to the cost to the Philippine peso. We have 130.256 times, mhm, yeah, 35.7835. So that is 4,655.15. So let me double check din this our final answers. Since the exchange rate is what? 42,884.86. So dapat ang sagot natin, okay, wait for a while, i-double check ko. Okay, so kanina kasi no, meron kasing errors dito. So we will use kung ano yung binigay sa problem, which is 42.8486. So we will multiply 130.256 sa 42.8486. So that is 5,581.2872, or so the answer is 5,581.29. That's the transportation cost in the Philippine peso. So the actual distance of the trip is 226.8 kilometers, and the total transportation cost is 130.256 New Zealand dollars. Okay, so yan. So that's it. So sana may naintindihan po tayo.